So, Chris, do
Yes.
you want to know a fun fact?
What?
The blood speaks all.
What is with your obsession in blood speaks all?
The blood speaks all, speaks the inconceivable truth of the universe.
The blood only speaks in the thing.
That's the one way.
Blood for the blood god. Also in Warhammer.
I haven't seen that either. Well, I've seen
Warhammer's a game, not a movie.
well, guess what? I haven't seen a Let's Play or a playthrough of it either. No, continue on, you.
Read your line and then I'll continue on.
Oh, right. I have an idea about that blood. Try pressing on that last statement one more time.
Okay. You think so, but...
But this time, instead of targeting the woman herself, let's see what we can get out of the detective.
I was right, you can click. Okay.
Tutorial time.
You just weren't allowed to. Alright then, I wonder what Cosmo's thinking. We'll find out soon enough, I suppose. Once I press misread on our last statement again.
Time to do speedrun strats.
It's only one game I can speedrun, and let me tell you, it is not this game.
Oh, yes.
What?
Press it. Just keep, then just speed
I'm just
up.
gonna get straight up to...
Wait until the red liquid comes out. There it goes.
Now, presumably I click this. Yes,
Yes.
there it is again. The detective's reaction is just the same as before. Why?
Why? Up until now, the detective has been in the stand with Miss Brett as her interpreter. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the Englishwoman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity.
What do you mean? It's a golden opportunity.
When people are actually testifying, they're usually very careful not to let anything slip. However, when listening to someone else speak, you'll find they often let their guard down.
You're right. Look at him. He's lost in his own thoughts.
It's time to
Duel!
It's time to duel the man in his train of thought.
Sorry? Duel?
A clash of minds. Of wits. A clash and duel of wits. I'll explain how to do it now, Ryan. It's all to do with a witness marker.
What marker?
That marker.
Oh, I see.
The moment we are
He just holds his hand up and magics it into existence. Everyone in the court's like, witch!
At the moment, we're focused on Miss Brett, who's the person actually making the current statement. Slide it.
Oh, I see.
But by moving the marker left and right with A and D, you can move your attention to other people in the stand.
What the fuck are the A and D buttons? Don't question me.
Don't worry about it. Press A and D now. While you're looking at the other witnesses, you'll be able to pursue them with spacebar. If you can catch the person at just the right time, you might uncover some new information to pursue. If you ever notice a strange atmosphere amongst the people in the stand, take a good look around.
Alright then. So first I should move the marker across with A, D, and focus on the detective. Then pursue him with space and see what's on his mind. Here we go.
Do it.
It's not letting me!
Wait for the animation to go, you.
Oh, fucker.
Space.
Excuse me? Yeah, what's the meaning of this?
They'll let the blood out to you. The blood will tell the truth.
I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to shock you.
Shock him to have a heart attack.
He really was lost in his thoughts deeply.
So much so. It looks like you were thinking about something just now, Inspector. Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say.
If there's something you'd like to say, please share it with the court. What is the meaning of this? It's the delightful Englishwoman who's testifying at the moment. If you can't find fault with her testimony, then the cross-examination should be over immediately. Oh, is that how it works?
I think so. Absolutely not. The detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness.
Yes, not to mention the fact that he's intimately involved in the case.
Inspector Hosonaga?
He fondles the case files at night.
Oh my god. Yes.
That's my line,
Guess
bitch.
what? I'm gonna steal it. Do you have something to add? Which the statement just made by Miss Brett?
Wipe.
Blood speaks all.
For fuck's sake. Well, yes, if you don't mind, I would like to speak. Brett is not happy about this.
She was not happy.
The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain. Which is why I, Satoru Hosonoda, always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless. What do you really mean by that? I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's preserving evidence, you see.
Big Ziploc bag.
I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done. Ahem, ahem.
You contaminate the scene with your own blood, though.
A crime scene thief?
Well, it looks like the lady's remarks touched a nerve there.
Take this, for example. Is that? This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question.
Huh.
And yes, it's lost all of its fizz, having been opened 3 days ago now. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says. Yes,
just normal
there's
water.
some left in the bottle. I can see it. One day our police force will be among the best in the world. The time is coming, I guarantee it. He is very passionate about this.
Yes, he used a detective role. I can't say I condone the witness's actions, but I do understand the sentiment. The court looks at the glass bottle of water as evidence. I mean, why the victim in Miss Brett on the day of the murder was the victim's table?
Yes, I can read. Oh.
Miss Brett. Wait, you couldn't read that by yourself?
Nope.
Can you confirm that this is indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day of the victim's death?
Yes, it was that bottle. What was that about? She seemed to avert her eyes when she answered the judge's question. You assume she has eyes, because let me tell you, we've not seen them!
She has no eyes. And the Spectre will kindly control his river.
Ahem.
So we have that. Doesn't seem like... Did the last statement change?
I'm going to look.
Here, investigate court techniques. No, nothing changed. We got that. You want to check it out? Just look at the bottle. We got that.
Present.
Just look at it. Don't present it.
I know. Examine.
You can move around with the arrow keys. We also rotate it.
What? Oh, I see.
You keep forgetting it.
Man, I can hoard it upside down if a liquid fucking stays there. That is amazing technology.
New technology for emergency times.
Oop. The label is written in a foreign language, but I don't recognize. You know what it says, Kazuma?
I think it's French. This must be very expensive water.
Yes, but what does it say? That's what I was asking.
Then go to France and ask.
Alright. You could just say that you don't know. Very helpful.
Oh, it's new.
Is it? This carbonated water is the last drink Dr. Wilson ever had.
Looks like there's a little left in the bottle, although just plain water now.
You know, I've been sweating so much I'm absolutely parched. I'll just have a sip of this to keep me going.
No, Ryan, you can't do that. For one thing, that's evidence. You can't go drinking evidence.
Oh, no, you're right. We don't know what might be inside, do we?
You never cease to amaze me, Ryan. In more ways than one.
I wonder, could there be anything in this water?
What's the matter? You got quiet all of a sudden.
I think I might have just worked something out. An interesting possibility.
Hmm?
Is that it then?
I think so. Unless there's anything else, there's a label on the water itself.
Nope.
Since we got that new, do you think we should use it?
Where? Here? No.
I mean, are we going with your idea of poison?
New evidence. Excellent work. Oh, oops.
New evidence. Excellent work, Ryan.
I never even thought of pursuing another witness over the current witness's statements. That was a great idea of yours, Kazuma.
Well, it was all thanks to you noticing the detective had reacted strangely to what the lady said.
I never have guessed he had all that bubbling away under the surface.
Like
Like carbonated water.
To be honest, you keep surprising me every turn.
Sorry?
Oh, never mind. So we know that Dr. Wilson was killed around the time the steak was brought to this table. By some means it left no physical trace in his body. We can just demonstrate how it was done. I do.
Well, I do have one idea about that, about how the professor was killed.
He was given sleeping drugs.
Maybe I should just present the evidence and see what happens.
Oh, I think it's really just saying present the bottle.
Just in general.
Yeah, since it's new, we had a tutorial. How about actually like go the next, like that last statement just in case.
This button.
Possibly the statement, hopefully. Let's go with that.
This
Yeah. What is this? The bottle of water?
Actually, there's one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind. Obviously, I'm referring to poison. It's true that in the 1800s, arsenic was used by two serial killers in particular. I think Jane Austen was the name of one. I might be getting her name wrong. She was nicknamed the Angel of Death because she killed just so many people, all with arsenic, because there was zero way for them to trace out how they died.
Oh, so this is the 19th century.
Yeah, they would just die and they'd be like, we have no idea why they died, they just did. Because they didn't understand how that shit worked. It was her favorite way of killing people. And there was another woman who did the same thing. She used arsenic as well.
Oh, geez.
And it was the same thing. Nobody knew. It took a while. They had to get like the highest medical minds for them to be like, I think this might be arsenic.
Oh my god.
But yeah, because they did. I bet you it's probably arsenic that she put into the bottle.
Wow.
Poison. On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Wilson drank from this bottle of carbonated water. Could it be that there was poison inside? If it's arsenic, I'm gonna scream. If I'm right about that. Could it be that the professor actually died after taking a sip from his glass?
Speaking of which, I want to take a sip from my glass.
I'm also going to take a sip right now.
Does it taste any weird?
It tastes like water and glass.
Good, you didn't taste the arsenic in it.
You can't. What? Never mind. Choke on it.
Choke on it. Spit on it.
And on that day, who was sitting at the same table as the professor and able to slip the poison into his drink? There's only one person who could possibly have done it. Giselle Brett. It was you!
I choose you.
This is outrageous. This isn't just such a thing without a scrap of evidence. You little rookie imbecile, have you even considered how a delicate situation our country finds itself in now?
I don't care about the country, I care about my own well-being.
Have you forgotten that we have only just signed an accord of friendship with the British Empire? Have you even the vaguest inkling that your rash accusations could jeopardize the entire treaty?
Friendship means nothing if it's forged by false bonds. This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine our one's individual guilt with respect to one crime.
What?
The fact that this woman is British makes no difference. We're here to determine the truth.
If I may...
No.
I will silence you forever for this Oh, okay. It is you who should be silent. Of course. Dear lady! Where did that come from? She just snapped.
Curtsy.
I'm afraid I may have spoken unfairly before. I offer my most humble apologies.
I'm sorry, my lady, to what are you referring?
I described your police force as inferior. It's actually absurd, but no matter how inferior they may be, still investigated this particular point thoroughly, I believe. The bottle, I mean, Inspector, and whether it contained poison or not. Of course.
Oh.
You did? Have you forgotten what my guiding principle is already? I strive for a flawless investigation every time. I don't believe it.
You tasted?
Naturally, we tested the inside of the bottle and its contents.
And what did you find, Inspector?
I ordered tests for every toxin that's available in this country at the present time. You'd find no trace of poison of any description of a bottle of carbonated water, Your Excellency.
So there's no poison there. What, are you sure?
The tests were meticulously carried out by the chief coroner himself. No. No!
Was arsenic actually, like, as a poison everyone used back then?
Yes.
Huh. Well, I guess wouldn't, like, Japan have, like, arsenic used and, like, recognized as poison then?
Oh, I have no idea. It was focusing primarily in America.
Oh, okay.
I think England as well, I don't actually know.
Maybe.
But whatever. I'm very grateful to all you Japanese. It's not correct, but okay. You successfully established my complete innocence in this horrid affair. Thank you. But of course, dear lady, the pleasure was all ours. Ryan's just fucking dead. I was so sure!
This can't be right. Everything falls into place if he was poisoned. It's a matter of proving it, really. Thank you, counsel. I think the cross-examination has clarified everything. As the prosecution have asserted, a shot to the chest from this gun is the only conceivable cause of death. Furthermore, the accused, who by his own admission was holding the weapon, is the only possible culprit.
I'm done for.
The court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience this has caused you, Miss Brett.
Oh no. I'm just glad the matter is resolved.
Before proceeding, I must ask the counsel for the defense. Do you have any further new evidence to present to the court at this point?
Kazuma?
I'm sorry, Ryan. I have nothing more.
Well, if you'll excuse me now, I really must be leaving. Toodaloo.
Mountain Dew.
Who the fuck said that? Oh, hello.
Hi, you're back. Please, wait.
Isn't that...
What is the meaning of this? Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Sasato mitochondria.
Oh, yeah! Number one!
Yeah!
Mitochondria! Isn't that the powerhouse of the cell? In my darkest hour, with nowhere left to go, she appeared like a bolt of lightning.
Like a powerhouse.
And in her hand, she carried a small package wrapped in a furoshiki cloth.
To be continued.
To be continued. Except we're only halfway through.
Exactly.
Fucking shit. Son of a bitch, that would have been a great place to end it.
Oh my gosh. You really like your cliffhanger.
You all get to see the behind the scenes now.
Oh, okay.
Click, and then...
Don't you like saving at random spaces?
Yeah, because he's making me save onto these empty
I like
slots.
force you to go through things.
It's bullshit that he puts me onto these other slots.
What? I like using all the slots.
Gross.
If there's 3 slots, that's a terrible game.
22nd November, 1:14 p.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Courtroom 2.
You definitely didn't say that right.
Nope.
Judicature.
I'll never say it right.
And we are back again. Wow, it's only been like a whole day since the last time, huh?
Damn.
Well, I assume you're the judicial assistant to the defense, but why the sudden ingress to my courtroom?
Ha! A judicial assistant, and a woman no less.
Oh my god.
The rules state that females are not permitted into this court of law other than to testify.
Oh wow. Yes, I fully understand. I asked only for 5 minutes time. I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense.
Ha! You're too late, little girl. This trial has already been concluded.
5 minutes. I will not allow a moment more.
Fight! Your Excellency!
I am most grateful. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, we have a lot of tight space over here.
I see that. Who exactly are you?
Didn't you hear my name? I'm sorry, there's no time. Please, simply accept this for now.
What is it? A report about something in English?
It's Giselle Brett's research.
Englishwoman's?
As the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Wilson's laboratory in the medical faculty and borrowed this paper. Oh yes, that's right. Miss Brett was studying under the professor, wasn't she?
So, does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case?
I'm afraid I don't know. I haven't been able to listen to the proceedings of the trial myself. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Oh, no, of course not.
Special characteristics of Cure and its effects on human subjects. Interesting.
Cure? What's that? Never heard of that word before. Time's up. Prosecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom.
Oh my god. There was too little time for me to read it in detail. I summarized what I could on a note just inside the cover. If you think it could be valuable, please cast your eye over it.
This is wonderful. Thank you.
Unknown poison. Goodbye then, and good luck. May we never see each other again.
After all, women aren't allowed in the courtroom.
Exactly, apparently. We have long enough, counsel. We cannot detain our English guest any longer. She certainly seems pissed. I ask the prosecution defense now one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? I presume not, but...
The prosecution has made its case convincingly enough already. Nothing more to add, Your Excellency.
Ryan, we're out of options here. This really is our very last chance.
Yes, I know. Your Excellency, the defense does have new evidence.
Which was conveniently just given to us just for the second. That look. The unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior.
What the fuck? Alright.
Poetic. Well, Miss Brett,
Yes, Your Excellency.
if you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence a little longer?
It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid it's not so very long until tea time. I'll have to politely decline.
Forgive me, Miss Brett. It seems I wasn't clear. I realize it wasn't phrased as a question. However, I must ask you to treat that as an order.
Fuck you.
Tea time doesn't matter here in Japan.
I've said it many times before, but the Japanese language makes no sense.
How do you think it feels about just learning any new language? My apologies, dear lady. So, counsel, what is this new evidence that demands the court's attention?
On a side note, when James Cameron was filming Aliens, the sequel to Alien, he had to have an English team to shoot with, and they kept stopping everything they did to have tea time.
Yes, I showed you that. So much tea.
So annoying.
Just present it.
I'll examine it.
A poison made from the bark of certain trees in the jungles of South America. The hunters of the region have used it since ancient times to incapacitate their prey.
Is this? No, never mind. It's not.
Special characteristics effects. Instant paralysis of the entire body and subsequent death, even in minute doses. Period of entry. The above-mentioned effects occur when the poison enters the body through a wound, such as that inflicted by a blowpipe dart. Practical applications. Due to its inability to render the human body paralytic, I don't know, it's believed that the toxin could have application as an anesthetic. However, a solution for the respiratory arrest caused as a result of full body paralysis must be found first, or patients would die of suffocation. Didn't they say, like, it was called Cure? Or do you think that's what... Yeah.
Miss Giselle Brett, we understand you were studying under Dr. Wilson at Yuma University, doing research. Research, by sheer coincidence perhaps, into a deadly poison. What?
Poison? Where are you going with this, counsel? A toxin known as Cure, Your Excellency. And the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death.
What complete and utter nonsense. Cure, you say? I've never even heard of it.
You wouldn't have done.
What do you mean?
I mean that you wouldn't have heard of Cure before for one very simple reason. It doesn't exist in our country.
Doesn't exist.
Indeed.
Correct. Which means, no matter what tests the police can do for toxins, they never identify Cure.
It's definitely not going to be a cure for the human body.
Why? Because there is no test available here that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison. What?
So you're right about that too. It wasn't detectable.
Yep.
Order? That's actually really cool for an idea for a case, though. Council, does this deadly poison truly exist? According to this report authored by the visiting research student from England, Curare has long been used by the tribespeople of South America as a poison that laces their arrows. It seems reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists.
To lace their arrows?
The report states that it is produced from the extract of a tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle. And it was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. Claims that animals shot by arrows laced with curare suffer instant death. Doesn't that about sum it up, Miss Brett?
Trumpery. His aspirations are utter trumpery. To start with, if the victim had been administered some of this so-called deadly poison, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain, and the other diners would have surely noticed.
That's true. What do you say to that, Inspector?
Obviously, I would have noticed a disturbance like that. Or anything like that either. I didn't notice the professor being in any kind of pain.
According to this, however, it's the other way around.
What do you mean, the other way around?
The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that curare was used. Explain yourself, Counsel. The moment this toxin enters a person's system, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move. If they are in total agony, there will be no visible signs of pain at all.
How terrible.
Jesus. Obviously, if a man lost all strength in his muscles, he'd collapse on the floor. But with a chair under him for support, as Dr. Wilson did, the effects could go largely unnoticed. Oh, and that explains the burn in his wrist.
Yeah. But I don't follow, Kazuma. That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death.
The full explanation is extremely unpleasant. The poison caused immediate paralysis, I said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, the paralysis is so severe it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail.
Respiration?
In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation. And all the while, the victim is conscious and unaware, is unable to move. Since, like, airways and lungs and
Yes.
heart. Yeah, like, Jesus.
That's hideous.
My god. To the observer, it would look almost like the victim was slipping peacefully to the end of sleep. But for the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell. That is the true nature of this deadly curare poison. Now all we can really do is get a test for it, and yeah. Are you certain that this bottle, Council, actually contains this terrifying poison?
This is all very convenient, isn't it? A hitherto unknown poison for which there is no means of testing. What a happy tale for the defense. Ahem, if I may. All these facts, you think you're so clever, but you must be taught some... It is you who must be taught. Of course. Dear lady!
Oh my god, are you just gonna ruin your voice?
It's already going.
Oh my god.
So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it?
Yes, we behave
What?
very rashly.
You steal another's honest hard work and then announce the results as if you discovered them. I'm appalled, but I love smack.
Oh my god, the irony. Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual.
Whatever do you mean?
Capitalizing the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime, that really is a lonesome act. Wouldn't you agree?
Enough of this. I, for one, refuse to accept it. The idea of some poison that doesn't even exist in the great empire of Japan is breaking the rules.
What?
What's so funny? Oh, excuse me, Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Brett?
May I borrow that bottle for a moment,
I
please?
think we should stop this off here.
What?
We should stop this off here. We're already out of time. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I already know she's probably gonna fucking drink it or something.
Something like that.
Someone's gonna die, I hope.
She drinks and just immediately dies. I'm not going to jail for this. Glug!
I'm not going to jail for this! That's a great plan.
I still love the idea for a case though, just unknown poison which you can't detect. Especially in this time period, it's great, I love it.
Should play the Hitman games, they're really good for that. There's a whole bunch of creative ways you can kill people.
Swirly in the toilet.
Accident kills are always my favorite ones to try and pull off.
Oh! Just like a radio or something blow up some heavy machinery.
Yes, but that'll be for a different time. For now, I have to click the off button.
Sadly.
Very sad. Bye!